In Chapter 12, Section 6, Volume and Surface Area of Spheres, I struggled the most with getting the right measurements on the sphere and calculating it out the right way, because it is very easy to mess up your calculations during the process and to mix up your numbers. I'd say one thing that really would help in this section is to just take your time and make sure you have everything right and don't rush it, because it is very easy when dealing with a complicated formula to mess up the process.
Hello friends in geometry. I just joined a new basketball team and I don't know which size basketball I'm supposed to use. There are several different types of basketballs in different sizes and colors and shapes for different ages and female, male, all different types. And I need your help and my help and everything I've learned this year in geometry to help find which one's right for me. Knowing that the volume of an NBA regulation size basketball is 407 and the surface area is 265, I can use everything I've learned this year in first period geometry and everything on my handy dandy formula chart. Now follow me and let's get started.
Alright, now for our first ball on this project, we have a smaller basketball with a radius of 3 inches. And first, to find the volume of this ball, it is a relatively small basketball. So to plug in the numbers to find the volume of this ball, you will have 4/3 pi radius to the third power. You will then plug in the radius and have 4/3 pi 3 to the third power. After simplifying the exponent, you have 4/3 pi 27. Once you do 4/3 times pi, you get 4.19. And 4.19 times 27 is approximately 113.1 inches to the third power. Now for the surface area of the first ball, the formula is 4 pi r to the second power. After you plug in the radius, you will have the surface area equals 4 pi 3 squared. After you simplify the square root, you will have about 4 pi 9. Once you multiply 9 and 4 together, you get 36 pi. And after simplifying that down more, if you want to, you'll actually get the same as the volume, 113.1 inches squared. Now I will say a common problem when using surface area and volume of spheres is to mix up the diameter and radius. It's easy to measure the wrong part of the sphere and use the wrong measurement because you get too caught up in the formula. So make sure you're careful to measure the radius and not the diameter to plug in the right number, or it'll mess up your entire equation. Now for our second ball, we have a ball that is just a little larger than the first one, with a radius of 4 inches as opposed to 3. And it is a Wilson branded ball. Now to find the surface area of this ball, we will do the same thing as the first one, just plugging in a different radius. So the formula begins with surface area equals 4 pi r squared. After you plug in the radius, you will have 4 pi r squared. Then after simplifying 4 squared, you will have that the surface area equals 4 pi 16. Once you multiply 16 and 4 together, you will have that the surface area equals 64 pi. Now that is in the simplest form that you can have it in, but if you would like to go farther than that, you can have 201.1 inches squared. Now for the volume of our second ball here, we will do the same as the first one, obviously, with the same formula, just plugging in a different radius. So we will have 4/3 pi radius to the third power. After plugging in the radius, you will have that the volume equals 4/3 pi 4 cubed. Once you cube 4, you will have that 4/3 pi 64 equals the volume. Once you multiply 4/3 times 64, you will have around 85.12 pi. Now if you would like to simplify it even more than that, you will have that the volume of the second ball is 267.4 inches to the third power. Now here is our third ball, and the radius of this ball is approximately 4.6 inches as opposed to 3 and 4 as the previous two. Now to plug in this radius for the volume of this ball, we will obviously do the same as the first two, just with a different radius once again. So you'll plug in the formula as 4/3 pi r to the third power. You will then take 4/3 pi and plug in 4.6 as the radius and cube that. Once you cube 4.6, you will have 4/3 pi 97.336. After multiplying 97.336 to 4/3, you will get approximately 129.46. Bringing down the pi, you will have 406.7 inches cubed after simplifying it out all the way. Now for our last equation here, we will have the surface area of the third ball. We will plug in the same radius as the first one, obviously, 4.6. So you will begin with the formula 4 pi r squared. Once you plug in the radius, it will be 4 pi 4.6 squared. After simplifying 4.6 squared, it should be 21.16. And once you multiply 21.16 to 4 and keep pi by itself, you will have 84.64 pi. And if you'd like to simplify that even more, it'll round out to approximately 265 inches squared. Thank you for watching my video on volume and surface area of spheres. I hope you learned something.